football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. Brought down a Raiders sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Max Crosby. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They'll take it on this side of midfield. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. First carry for Josh Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Browns' 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. He's letting it fly. This is taken in at the 5. He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brandon Cooks, 45 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Next to score, Raiders 7, Browns nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down now, Mixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
16 yards. First down, Browns.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Complete.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Now Joe Mixon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward.
The 3rd down pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Number 28, Josh.
Crediting with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Phillips on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 9. On on the handoff. This is Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's brought down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Off play action. Newton. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brandon Cooks. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, Nixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Joe Mixon.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 26.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The Raiders have got him. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He had his sights sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Tackled by Jordan Elliott.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the step will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
That's good.
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 60 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
20.
From the gun, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kiki QT there to make the grab. And the Raiders are pouring it on. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Being chased out left. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
First down run with Jacobs going to be well read defensively as they'll stop him for a loss of a couple. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Yeah, it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, Newton. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Dan Bailey set to.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that where it gets symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. The return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 16-yard line. A big pickup there on 3rd and 10. And even 50 yards on the ground.
1st down, Browns.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper.
1st down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time? And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a super return as he gets us all the way way down inside the 25-yard line.
By the Browns.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Taylor Muse with it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again is Newton. His name, that's Tyrone Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 33. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now Newton on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. To the air again, Newton. Buying time to his left. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing here, Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Newton. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brandon Cooks with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Had 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Ball at the 26, second and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Joe Mixon.
7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
3-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. It's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete. Damon Arnett on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Today's final score, Raiders.
Big offensive explosion.